Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am a human Car, and today we are going to be looking at 5 things you still didn't know about Elden Ring. These are some of the many smaller mysteries that still lurk in the lands between. Stick around to the end because some of these may just surprise you. Number 1. The Mausoleum soldiers and knights cut off their own heads. This one may seem pretty obvious, but it is very easily missed. The Mausoleum ashes tells us, the Mausoleum is where the bodies of soulless demigods are laid to rest. And these soldiers followed their masters into death by severing their own heads from their bodies. The same goes for the knights as well, as their armor explains. A self-inflicted curse that ties the spirits of these loyal knights to the land, having willingly beheaded themselves so that they may serve their masters in death. You can even see the bloodstains trickling down the front of their surcoats from this self-inflicted wound. What's also interesting are the 3 headless troll knights found in Liurnia just before the 4 belfries. These troll knights also appear in spectral form, but they don't drop any unique items, so we're left to wonder if they too cut off their own heads to follow their master into death. But what master could that be? Number 2. Godwin, the first of the demigods to die, is watching you. Throughout the lands between, you can see the signs of the Prince of Death's presence all around, from those that live in death rising up from their graves, to the relic of Godwin's deformed appearance in Stormvale Castle's basement. What you may not have noticed is the Prince's eyes watching you, from the formations of Deathroot and creatures all across the lands. His eyes are present on the walls deep within the catacombs, which makes sense, but also in many other parts of the world, such as on this giant crab found in Liurnia. Zuli the Witch is where I first discovered this, but it never occurred to me just how many random places Godwin's eyes are hidden in plain sight. It makes it even more eerie to traverse the lands between, knowing that Godwin's always keeping an eye on you. This is a quick reminder to subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and to like this video if you are enjoying it. Thank you so much to all my subscribers. Now back to the video. Number 3. Queen Ranola is the only boss that drops a remembrance without dying. The boss battle against the Carian Queen is unique in more ways than one, but did you ever notice she's the only boss to drop a remembrance and live? Enya explains what a remembrance is. Demigods and even the greater of champions are hewn by the Erd Tree upon their end into remembrances. These remembrances yet house the power of their former masters. The word remembrance usually refers to remembering ones who have died, though that's not always the case. It is odd, however, that Ranola just so happens to be the only boss that doesn't have to die to give you a remembrance. Equally as interesting, Ranola's first husband Radagon is the only boss who doesn't reward the player with a remembrance after their defeat. This could imply something unique about each of these characters. Ranola remaining alive even after her essence is hewn into a remembrance could imply the form we see her in now isn't the original Carian Queen. On the flip side, Elden Lord Radagon not dropping a remembrance could suggest that there was nothing left of the red-haired champion for the Erd Tree to turn into a remembrance, or perhaps that he never really existed at all. Number 4. The Elden Beast was a fallen star. This was pointed out on my community post by a viewer. Thank you to everyone who participated in letting me know your favorite details and mysteries. As the Elden Star's incantation tells us, it is said that long ago, the Greater Will sent a golden star bearing a beast into the lands between, which would later become the Elden Ring. This is a legendary incantation and the most ancient of those that derive from the Erd Tree. So there is no question as to how the Elden Beast came to the lands between. It was a fallen star, or a meteorite. There were others who also arrived in the lands between this same way, such as the falling star beasts, the Alabaster Lords, and Estelle, Star of Darkness. The Alabaster Lord's sword is a weapon unique to the Alabaster Lords, a race of ancients with skin of stone, who were said to have risen to life when a meteor struck long ago. But here's a little thought experiment for you. What if a sorcerer was responsible for this event? The founding Reign of Stars spell, which is the eldest primeval sorcery, is said to have been discovered by an ancient astrologer. It says that the glimpse of the primeval current that the astrologer saw became real, and the stars amber rained down on this land. The spell's description not only seems to be describing a meteor shower, but it visually looks like one as well. It could be possible that the ancient astrologer unknowingly opened the lands between to the stars. When the stars amber rained down, a golden star bearing a beast came with it. So could a Karian predecessor be the one responsible for the birth of the Elden Ring? Number 5. The underground realms all lead into one another like a flowing river. Each underground area has a unique way of entering it, with some having multiple entry points. After General Radahn's defeat, the asteroid opens up a hole in the Mistwoods that leads down into Nokron, the Eternal City. At the edge of the map, past the twin gargoyle bosses, is an enchanted coffin which defies gravity by floating up the roaring waterfall. It brings you to the deep root depths, far below the capital city of Leyndell, the final resting place of the soulless demigod, Godwin the Golden. But across from his throne on the edge of the cliff is another coffin, this one dropping you down to the Ansel River, an area crucial to Ranni the Witch's questline. There you find the Lake of Rot, which contains yet another magical coffin that once again takes you down a waterfall, leading straight to Estelle. It's an interesting detail that every underground area is connected to each other. And not just that, but each region is connected to something that the Greater Will and the Golden Order wish to bury, literally. The crucified aren't dead. If you've ever traveled around the lands between during the night and ran across a group of crucified individuals, you may notice a horrifying sound. Their screams, whimpers, and cries all accompany the tranquil night sky. These individuals are known as the guilty, marked by the thorn necklaces they wear, or the guilty hood, the garb of those accused of lesser crimes, indicated by the collar of sharpened branches. It's never been confirmed, but it does seem as if the Golden Order crucified these individuals in the same fashion that Queen Marika is inside the Erd Tree. And just like Marika, the guilty are not dead, simply trapped in a perpetual state of torture. What I find most interesting about these individuals is the glowing redness covering their bodies. It appears as if they are smoldering, similarly to the Fell God's flame in the Forge of the Giants. If these criminals are being punished by the Golden Order of the Erd Tree, then why does it seem like they are being burnt? This is something we may never know, but keep it in mind for one of my upcoming videos. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new today. A huge thank you to ArgleBargle42 and everyone else who has donated to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Please let me know in the comments down below what you thought and anything extra you'd like to add. I try my best to be super active in the comments, so make sure to say hi. If you aren't already, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We're about to hit 2,500, which is super exciting, so let's try and make that happen. Thank you all again, and as always, I can't wait to talk to you all in the next one. Bye!